to my channel. This is Tina May. Today I am gonna cook me some soup. I decided I'm gonna cook me some chicken and lentil soup. So as you can see, I have my chicken prepped. It's not a lot of chicken. It's been washed and cleaned. And I've got me some nice Jamaican pumpkin. I just give a claim to Jamaica. I got me a nice piece of white African yam, some parsley. I got me some thyme, some onions, some sweet pepper, some garlic. I got me my favorite Grace Jamaican cock soup. I've got me some all-purpose. There's my lentil. I've tried to wash and take off as much of the skin as I could possibly can at this stage. And then I got my flour that I will need for my base is chicken and lentil, and then I'm going to chop me in some other stuff that will give my soup some body. So just come with me in my kitchen. It's a little bit messy. So I've just boiled my kettle with really hot boiling water. That's just to speed up the process. Pour me some more. I'm just gonna add me my chicken from this point on so it can start cooking. The chicken is gonna help you to have that chicken stock, but I want the chicken in the soup as well because you know I'm Jamaican and I want me some meat in my soup. So yeah, chicken goes in. And then I'm gonna add me my pumpkin. So because I want my pumpkin to cook out, I'm gonna like slice them really small. Not too small. I don't want all of them to mashed up. I want a little bit pumpkin in there without it being mashed up. And I'm just gonna let that boil for a while till my chicken is like, you know, somewhat halfway cooked. Then I'm gonna add everything else in. Starting with the yam first because the yam can be quite tough. So that's just gonna go ahead and, you know, boil in the meantime. And this is my yam, so I'm gonna go peel my yam and come back to you. Okay, so I'm back with you guys. I did a bit more prepped and I've need my flour. So I need my flour to make my dumpling. I've peeled my yam. I've also went ahead and peeled my potato from now. There's a few ingredients that I like in my soup that I don't have with me today, but I want soup today. I am not gonna wait, so I'm making soup without those ingredients. But for now, I am going to add my season. My chicken is nowhere near cooked yet for soup, so it's okay. I don't want it to overcook, so I've got me some onions that I'm gonna put in. I've decided to dice the onion. Sometimes I blend the onion and it can be a bit too much for others that are eating it with me. I don't mind. I've crushed and chopped my garlic. And then there's my thyme. And then I've got a scotch bonnet that I'm gonna put in all. I don't want it to burst, I don't want to cut it, so I'm just gonna like gently just drop it in there, and hopefully when I'm stirring it don't burst because I'll be in trouble if it bursts. So I'll drop that baby in and drop my thyme in. That's my seasoning gone in. I want me a little bit of all-purpose. I kind of put all-purpose on everything, but I don't want too much, just a little bit. Probably about a teaspoon full. Not too much. Just wiping my mess as I go along. I'm also going to put in my linseed from now. So that's gone in. And I've got me some parsley. I'm going to put that in to go with my thyme, just to give it some nice flavor. I've also got me some cumin, which I'm going to put a little bit in. For measurement purpose, you can just put a teaspoon. And I've got me some aromatic spice. Might put a bit too much of that in, but that should be fine. I can read you later on what's in the aromatic spice. We got coriander, cumin, pimento, nutmeg, pepper, cardamom, cloves, fennel, and bay leaf. That's what's in my aromatic spice blend. And then I'm gonna put me some turmeric. If I did not have my cock soup, this turmeric would have been just as good to give me color and a bit of flavor. That's, you know, a bit of soup flavor without the cock soup. So I'm gonna put me some, and this it stains when it touches things, so be careful. And I'm going to use a spoon for this because I don't want to chop down too much in. I've cooked before with too much turmeric, which is not very nice. So I just got me a little bit. This is a tablespoon, but I've got me like a half a teaspoon in there. I'm quite tempted to put just a bit more. That's all my spice gone in, and at this stage I'm going to put my yam in from now, because like I said, the yam will probably take just as much time as the chicken and the pumpkin to cook. And if I had me some chow-chow, I would put that in from now, but I don't have any chow-chow. I don't have any carrot in my fridge. This weekend I decided to do me a box veg. So on Sunday I got this box full of veg. Supposed to be Caribbean veg, and I was really excited for it as well. But when I checked the box, there was no chow-chow, there was no onions, there was no scallion, there was no Jamaican sweet potato, but the British one instead. So there's a few things that I weren't really too keen on. I like what the company's doing, but I would prefer my Jamaican veg in there. That's why I buy it. But all said and done, I'm using the product. That's why I'm making soup today, because I have me some pumpkin in there, and I'm using it up because I paid a lot of money for it. Simply because I didn't want to walk to the market, but next time I'll be going to the market because I want chow-chow and yellow yam in my soup, and I ain't got any. So that's that. If I don't cut this out the video, you get to hear me ranting about the veg I never get in my box to go with my soup. So I'm gonna like give that a few minutes, and then I'm gonna put in my dumpling. To be honest with you, I just want to go and wash my hand as well. Yeah, I'm gonna need to charge my battery for my camera, so I have to do this really quickly. So I'm gonna put me about a teaspoon of salt in there. I don't want to put too much straight away because this noodle is quite salty sometimes, so this will give it more salt. And then I might add a piece of butter, so I don't want to put too much, about a teaspoon of salt. And it's looking good so far. I don't think you can see in this. I'm going to tilt the camera a little bit so you can see more. So far, it's looking good. I probably had me a bit more water from the kettle if I want more, so it depends on how thick it gets eventually. But it's looking good so far. So I'm going to make my dumpling, put in. Then I'm gonna go charge my camera. So this is my dumpling. Normally you put your dumpling at the last minute, but everything can just go in and then the soup can just simmer for another like half an hour. I'll say half an hour. It probably goes a bit longer, depends on how the food is looking and how the soup is looking. I'll just let it slowly simmer on low heat. Half an hour, 45 minutes. Yep. Not everyone in my household likes soup. My oldest, she loves soup, so she's gonna enjoy this. And then my youngest, she don't really like soup, but she might eat some of the food from it. Me now, I'm just gonna enjoy this. It's Monday in London, and it's raining outside, and it's wet, and it's a little bit, it's not cold, but it's a bit humid. So I know I'm gonna enjoy this a little later on. I'm making me some long one as well. Who like long dumpling in this soup? Comment below in the video whether you like long dumpling or round dumpling in your soup. Nice little cute long ones or nice little cute round ones. It's not soup without these little long ones, are they? Nah, I don't think so. Stir that. At this point, I think I need to use my wooden spoon because I really don't want that pepper to break. I can see it, so I'm just gonna avoid it. I don't want to put in my potato yet because my potato will mash out, so I'm gonna give it a bit while and then come back and add my potato. So yeah, that's my soup cooking. So I still got my cooked soup and my potato to add in later. So I'm gonna say for now, thank you for watching so far. I'm gonna come back and put my potato in later on my Grace cooked soup last, and then you get to see the finished product. I'm just turning on my stove so it can slowly cook because I'm not in any rush. And I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching in the meantime. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel just to encourage me. I'm new to YouTube. Well, not that new, it's been a month now, over a month. So I'm new to YouTube. So just to encourage me, like and subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about the British girl who thinks she's Jamaican, but I am Jamaican. Yeah. So I'm back. So my soup has been cooking for a while. For a good little while now. I've put in my potato a good while now because my camera was charging, the battery was charging, so I couldn't really record it when I put in the potato. But I'll show you, like, that's my potato and they're not mashed out or anything, so it's going good. Chicken start to fall apart, so you know that's cooked. So everything in the pot is pretty much cooked. It's not salty really. So I'm gonna add my cooked soup noodle. But what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna pour it in here. I'm a thinker, guys, so I think before I do sometimes. And sometimes I spend too much time thinking and it causes me to pause a lot. So I'm kind of gonna like loosen up my cooked soup in some water first. before I put it in the pot because I don't want it to go lumpy or anything like that. So I'm gonna add that to my water, into my soup. Still got pieces. Guys, before I had my cock soup, just look at my soup. Look at that nice rich color I have, and that is before I even add this to it. And that's for my pumpkin and my turmeric. So if I never had any cock soup, that would be perfect already. I'll just have to add some more salt to give it a bit more flavor, which I reduced the salt, so I know this is going to be salty already. So I'm just going to add my cock soup to that. I don't really like all them noodles, so sometimes I take them out, but today, for the benefit of my video, I'm just going to leave that. And I take out my pepper, guys, because when I taste this pot earlier, because I'm tasting if I put too much salt in there, there it is. I could taste the pepper. It didn't burst, still all, but I took it out because I don't want it to get any spicier. I can't really eat too much spice. I just like to taste the flavor, and that's enough for me. Remember earlier I said I might have a bit more water to the pot. The water in the kettle is boiled. I would not really throw cold water in my soup at this point because it's almost finished cooking. So the water in the kettle is boiled. The texture of my soup is nice and rich. I don't want it too thick because it's chicken soup. I don't like thick chicken soup. My chicken soup should be a bit more, what's the word? Watery. If it was red pea soup, then it could be thick. So my soup is a nice texture, not too watery, not thick. I'll let you see again. There we go. See that? That's nice and rich. So now I'm going to let the noodles simmer. Once you put your noodle in the pot, you can't really leave it too long. Just enough for the noodle to cook and blend in, but not too long for it to stick to the bottom of the pot. But my pot is stirring very low. A matter of fact, it's on number 4, and this button goes up to 12. So 4 is quite low. I'm just gonna leave that to simmer. And yes guys, that's my soup finished cooking. Comment below and let me know what you think. I'm gonna dish me out some, and then you'll get to see what's in the bowl and how it looks. So don't forget now to like and comment and subscribe to me cook. I've put me like a, not teaspoon, a tablespoon of butter in there. And I'm going to put a little bit of my favorite oil once it's nearly done. I don't want to put the oil in too early because I don't want the oil to lose its nutrient and if it's eaten too much. So when it's less heat applied, the oil works fine. So I will add my safflower oil after the soup is finished cooked and then just stir it in. So guys, there's my soup. You can see all those lovely pieces of chicken. There's my yam, my potato over there. I don't know if you can tell what I'm talking about. There's my yam, there's my potato, there's my dumpling, and all these little brown round stuff, you can my lentils. So all these bits are my lentils. You can see where the skin came off the lentil, but that bit right there, that's my lentil. Yep, see, that's my lentil, and I've got those in there. So this soup tastes really nice, guys. The pepper is like banging. So yeah, so please like, and there's my pot. I'll just use me a bowl. I'm Jamaican. Just use me this bowl to pick up my soup to pour. Look how thick and rich that is. That's how rich my soup is. And I'm just gonna sit and have me a lovely dinner. So thanks for watching. Please follow my channel, follow my Facebook, like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube and let me know what you think. And stay tuned for another meal with Tina.